I'm Gil Kennedy, President and CEO of Har-co Credit Union. Today I have the pleasure to interview Dr. Austin Hill from Harford Community College. Welcome, Dr. Hill.
Thank you for the invite.
I appreciate that. Well, Dr. Hill, I'd like to always start our interviews with the opportunity for our guests to tell us a little bit about themselves. So,
Okay.
Tell me about yourself.
Okay. Well, my name, once again, is Austin Hill. I hail from Wilmington, Delaware. I've been a Harford County resident for a little over 10 years. I started off teaching at Edgewood High School in Harford County Public Schools. I have 10 years of education experience, and I have recently transitioned into the Office of Director of Strategic Partnerships at Harford Community College.
Tell me about that role and what does it encompass?
So the Office of Strategic Partnerships has three pillars of focus. First being the North Star Initiative. The North Star Initiative focuses on the partnership between Harford County Public Schools and Harford Community College. We are looking to ensure that every high school student within Harford County Public Schools has an opportunity to have a college experience. Second, I am in charge of HCC at Edgewood. HCC at Edgewood is Harford County's commitment to providing educational opportunities along the Route 40 corridor. So we're looking at a focus around workforce development and opportunities to help strengthen Harford County as a whole in the community. And then third, strategic initiatives. So my job is to go to local businesses such as yourself to find out how the community college can support and help you during this time. If there's programming that we can help assist your employees with, if there is some strategic alliance with your organization that the community college can partner with in order to represent or provide any additional services. What exactly does Harford County need from a business standpoint, and how can we as a college be able to support you?
Very good. Well, I know when we had breakfast a couple of weeks ago, we talked about the North Star program and vocational training. So can you give our audience a little bit of background on that?
No, absolutely. So vocational training is near and dear to my heart. My master's degree is in career and technology education because I know that there's a wealth of opportunities available for students who may just need some direction. So the college is committed to expanding its overall offerings that we currently already offer. Many do not realize that the community college, we also have some non-credit opportunities that are available. So we're looking to not only attract students who are transitioning from our comprehensive high schools in Harford County to begin to take a look at some of our HVAC, electrical apprenticeships, some of our computer training apprenticeships and certifications, but all of the opportunities and offerings that the community college has to offer.
Well, if you think about the period that we're in and our the globalization of our economy and the unintended consequences of that globalization, i.e. things that are manufactured abroad that we are relying on other countries to provide us with, and then throw COVID on top of that. It created some problems like
Absolutely.
protective equipment for our hospitals and businesses and skilled nursing facilities, etc., as well as medication. So vocational training, I think is, and I have friends who struggle to find people. If they're a mechanical contractor, people that have the skills and training for HVAC are really, really hard to find, and they are high-paying jobs.
Absolutely.
So, I'm encouraged that we're thinking about how we go about instituting those practices and offering those opportunities to our young people in our county and in our state.
Absolutely. And one of the things I also want to note that Harford County Public Schools does an amazing job with Harford Technical High School. One of the big problems is that the graduates get snatched up even before graduation. So it creates a gap in employment. Barry Glassman, our county executive, has done an amazing job at attracting residents here to the county. I mean, I'm sure that you drive around all the time and see all the new residents and communities that are popping up. I really have to commend his office. But what that also means is that jobs are now being created in order to fill. One of the communities I'm looking to move in next spring said that they sold 95 houses between March in August. So that means that there are 95 projects that are going to need to have employees to man the HVAC, the electrical, the carpentry. I mean, all those skilled trades. So the jobs are plentiful. The problem, as you stated, is that they can't move as fast as they may want to because we don't have enough people to fill them. So I am really encouraged that the college is taking a stance and looking at ways to help develop and boost not only the trades that are available, but economic development. Because I think from a holistic standpoint, it's going to move Harford County in the direction that our leadership wants it to go.
No, I would fully agree with that. Now, is this initiative just Harford County oriented? I know for HCC it is, but do you see it taking hold in other counties and throughout the state?
Oh, absolutely. I feel as though that we can truly be a model for other counties and other states as far as education goes. Mm-hmm. You know, I think one of the college's best kept secret is the non-credit side of the house. You know, when parents and families are sitting at home talking about post-secondary opportunities for their children, they're thinking for credit. You know, what do you want to major in? When a lot of the easy wins are in the non-credit side of the house. And then the student can easily transition back into the for-credit side of the house. So let's take an electrical apprentice for an example. You know, upon graduation, if a student were to apply to electrical apprenticeship, they immediately will be able to find employment and receive training for the next 4 years until they become a licensed electrician. From there, many of the credits that are obtained in the apprenticeship can then transition over into the course of study for an AA degree. Mm-hmm. So as a student, you are gainfully employed, you are able to receive a lot of the benefits that employers offer, such as another great partner, Benefit Electric, provides educational assistance for their employees if they want to continue on. So, I mean, it just makes sense for a lot of people to take a look at the non-credit side of the house and many of the opportunities that are available in order to progress differently, but still progress nonetheless.
Yeah, I know that, you know, your title is Director of Strategic Partnerships, so I see how it all begins to tie together. Mm-hmm. The North Star program with vocational and other opportunities allowed our youth today, along with partnerships like Benfield Electric.
Yes.
So talk to me a little bit about some of those partnerships. I know I read in your bio you were instrumental in creating a partnership with Thompson Toyota.
Yes. So the joke around the college is that I am the matchmaker. So my job is to find opportunities with businesses that may have a void, and I look to try to fill that void with resources and or partnerships. So our great friends over at Thompson Automotive, Fred Anderson and Ron Filling, great supporters, were in need of bodymen and servicemen. You know, it's an aging community, just like, you know, our electrical trades and HVAC and carpentry. And I believe they said the average age of an employee within the body shop and service was about 53 years of age. So I said, you know, while we may not have the trained professionals, we have students who are eager and want to learn. You know, for whatever reason, being in a comprehensive high school, you're not exposed to many of the opportunities that are available at a technical high school. So what we did was we created an open opportunity for them to come in and potentially interview students, because the number one thing that most businesses look for is customer service. If you are able to service customers, keep a smile on their face, everything else can be trained and learned.
Sure.
From there, they selected 3 individuals, and they are still employed and receiving certifications within their company still to this day. Wow. So it's creating opportunities to be able to move people in the right direction, to become employed, be able to provide for their families, and be great citizens of this county is what I'm all about.
That is wonderful. You know, it seems like you're an agent of change in your involvement with our youth. What led you to be that agent?
You know, growing up, you always hear, you know, you want this different or that different. But I really had to take a look and see, you know, the difference really starts with us. I had a wonderful professor, Dr. Nicole Bizzetto Moore, who encouraged me to take educational courses. You know, she saw my personality, she saw, you know, what I could then be able to offer some of the youth. And after my first education course, I was hooked. I fell in love, because I knew that students needed somebody to advocate for them, sure, to push and create opportunities. You know, change, a lot of people are scared of change, but change is good. You know, change is what's going to help move us forward and be progressive and create opportunities. You know, everybody in life wants to do well. They want to have the same opportunities, be able to provide for their families, be able to live comfortably, and not have to worry about anything. And if I can be an agent of change to help move that initiative forward for many families, that's what I'm all about.
Well, that's really, really important, and our community is very fortunate to have somebody like you with that passion and that desire and that commitment really to create opportunities for our youth today.
Thank you.
And college necessarily, in many cases, is the answer, but in some cases there aren't. But we have to think differently, and I think you're that agent that thinks differently, and you're willing to lead that charge, so we thank you.
Thank you. And the one thing I do want to say in my, I don't want to call it a campaign slogan, but college is for everyone. Because the community college, as I said before, is not just for credit. There's continuing education, there's community education.
Sure.
There's classes on civic government, there are classes on cultural and language and things of that nature. So there's an opportunity for everybody at the college, from all the way down to our youth to 65 years of age. I'm fortunate enough to be able to teach an intro to iPad class to some of our seasoned members of the Harford County community, because their family members and loved ones gift them with iPads, but they need assistance in training and learning how to function and use it. But so that's what I mean, that college is for everybody. You just have to find out what you're passionate about and how we can assist you moving towards that passion you have.
Well, thank you for that perspective, and that's extremely important to know, and what the college has to offer. I generally like to close these podcasts allowing my guests to offer some perspective or some thought. So
the one thing that I would encourage families across Harford County and America is to begin having more conversations with your loved ones. Have conversations about what their hopes and what their dreams are. Find out what they're really passionate about. One of the things that COVID has given me the opportunity to do is spend more time with loved ones. I'm recently married, so I'm able to have more conversations with my wife, more conversations with my family and loved ones, and that's the one thing I would love for people to take away. Having conversations, whether you agree or disagree, allows you to see a different perspective and be able to progress and move forward.
Well, that's very important. We really appreciate this opportunity to have a small amount of time to talk to you.
I'm fortunate enough to have wonderful friends and confidants such as yourself to allow me to be in a space to be able to share what the college has to offer, and then what I can assist, not only your followers but Harford County as a whole with moving forward.
I greatly appreciate that. I just want to mention that we're here at the Liriodendron. This is our second podcast here at the Liriodendron. I encourage you to take a look at their website. They offer a lot of programs here, and we're very fortunate to be able to use their properties to do these podcasts. I also want to remind everyone to, if you view this video, share it with your friends and family, and also like us on Facebook. Thank you.